All right, good evening, everybody. So glad that you guys could be here. We're going to be starting here momentarily. In the meantime, I'm just trying to get everything I need to get done. And we are broadcasting on, I believe, 3 platforms tonight. Tonight, we're broadcasting on YouTube. We're also broadcasting on mybondtube.com. mybondtube.com. It should be over there. And we're also broadcasting on our Facebook page. Well, yeah, Facebook. Yeah, really, because Facebook was acting like they were trying to get rid of us or something before, but don't know. But I'm looking at it right now on Facebook. I'll bring the page up here in a moment. If you are on Facebook, if you are subscribed to Facebook, why not add us? Add us. It's Samba Tree. Just do a search for Samba Tree. Just add our page there. And we're going to be adding a lot of things. Right now, it's, I'm pretty much adding whatever I put on YouTube. I try to put on here on the Facebook page and then on Instagram and all that stuff. I'm still trying to get a rhythm here with all this stuff, but I do want to be able to offer some exclusive things on each platform. Eventually, we're just trying to get everything together. So yeah, we're on Facebook and we're on sambatree.com. I'll show you all of those platforms here just in a moment. I'm just wanting to say hi to everybody. We only went live one time this week, and but on YouTube. So I told you, it's just a lot of change, comes a lot of work. There's a lot of work in the background. So we getting it together here. And so tonight we're going to be looking at some teas. We're just going to go over some of the teas. Nicole, she's going to be at the other camera showing you some of the stuff that we there. And then we're going to be looking at some other things too. And if you have any questions at all for us regarding Samba Tree, this will be a great time for you to ask. Okay. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me just check a few things real quick. I'm still here and just making sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. All right. So let me just check here for a few moments here. Let me see. Let me go back here. All right. Let's see. Because I'm getting a little excited here because I'm like, hold on now, because it looks like I might be able to. I might be saving some money here in a moment. Hold on. Where is that thing? I'm trying to get this thing to come up. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, it's up there. Okay, all right, go ahead. All right, hold on. That's there. And let's see, so Samba Tree. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm saving some money. Okay, so what am I talking about? There's a service that I use, to when I broadcast on multiple platforms, and and that's extra money that I got to pay for, and so the software that I use to do my normal broadcast. They just did a huge update. And so that update includes my ability to do what I was doing with this other service. Now, tonight, I can't wait to say unsubscribe. I'm done with y'all. I appreciate you, but I don't need you anymore. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So yeah, so far so good. Everything's running. I could have added something else too. I was actually trying to add Instagram. And but I got lost on that trying to figure that out, but I should be able to broadcast on Instagram as well too. So let's see, let me get up. So I got Facebook up here, I got Samba Tree, I'm gonna show y'all that, and then of course YouTube. So you know what, let me bring up our YouTube page for Samba Tree as well, in case you guys aren't aware of that. Let's see. We're just giving people time to get on here. Let's see. All right. All right, so let me go ahead and I'll just give you a grand quick tour here of where we are in these different spaces here. Okay, so let me pull this up here on the screen, and let's go here. Okay, so Facebook. So yeah, so first things first. Yes, we are on Facebook, and ultimately, what I want to be able to do on Facebook is I want to be able to, my only thing, that's why I was like, why is Facebook giving me so many problems? Because I literally wasn't talking about anything like that would not be acceptable on their platform and all that. I wasn't talking about any of that. I was just posting stuff, and then they just said, well, we don't, we need this from you and all this stuff. And they were asking for my, I was like, if you ask for my driver's license and all that, you ain't getting any of that. I'm sorry. Nope, you ain't getting that at all. But, they didn't ask. And so it took about a day or two or whatever, and then everything came up. But anyway, ultimately, what I want to use Facebook for, as long as Facebook act like it got some good sense, is I want to be able to use this platform here to, when we have, if there's certain like PDF files or links to documents and things like that. Sometimes I can't do that on YouTube, but I can do it on this platform. So yeah, so that's why I said if you're on I made the page public so that anybody should be able to access it. But if you're on Facebook already, I'm just saying, go ahead and click on that and go ahead and follow the page so that we can get that info out to you. Okay. What's that noise? I don't know what that is. Anyway. It might be the music here is playing something. Anyway, so Facebook. Okay, next thing. Now, in case you may or may not be aware, we have our own video platform. We're not just on YouTube. Oh, no. We are not just on YouTube. We have our own, because YouTube has given us quite a bit of problems in the past. So we said, you know what? Enough is enough. We're going to create our own platform. And we did, thanks in part to many of you for your support. And so we created our own video platform, and it's called BondTube. It's mybondtube.com. And this is where you can come. We have all kinds of documentaries. We have movies. We have news clips. We got all kinds of stuff. Now that I'm saying we, as in, I'm not just talking about me. There's many other people that have been uploading a whole bunch of stuff on here. So this is another page that you definitely want to bookmark, have for you, so that you can get all the latest stuff, things that, like I said, a lot of times that, YouTube or a lot of these other platforms don't want us to hear about or to know about. But thankfully, we can put our own stuff here. We move past, we need to start having our own stuff. Well, we do. Okay. And like I said, thanks in large part to many of you who've helped make this possible. And we really appreciate each and every one of you for that. So again, that is mybondtube.com. All right. And right now, then we have our YouTube page. All right. So you're on Journeyman and Journeywoman YouTube page. All right. This is the largest of the YouTube pages that we have. But we also created one called Samba Tree. All right. Samba Tree. So subscribe to that one as well, because again, you're going to start seeing some of these platforms offering things that the other may not offer. So we're just getting slowly geared up on this one. But over time, you're going to start seeing they're going to have their own characteristics. They're going to offer their own stuff, as time goes on. And so, again, you just want to do on YouTube, just do a search for Samba Tree. That's all you got to do. Just do a search for Samba Tree, and you will find the page here. And, same thing. We got a community page. We be putting stuff on there, and I'm just getting warmed up on that one as well. So there you go. So yeah, we got quite a few things going on here. So again, thank each and every one of you guys for joining us this evening. And tonight we're going to be getting into, like I said, tonight we're going to be looking at some of the things that we offer on Samba Tree. Specifically, we're going to be looking at some of the teas that we offer, and not just, oh, look, this is a tea leaf. No, it ain't going to just be that. We're going to be making some tea. We're going to be making some food. We're going to be seasoning some food. Yep. We're going to be doing all of that. And so, yeah, appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this video, we're going to chop it up, and then we'll put it all on our other platforms and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Let me jump to, let's see here. I'll bring this other page up. The one that you guys are on right now, which is Journeyman and Journeywoman. Hey, you're going to see that change. You're going to see this platform change over time too. Let me get that up there. All right. So let me pull this up. There you go. All right. So this is the page that you're currently on right now. And so one thing you may have noticed is that, yeah, we've been putting up a lot of content as of late, haven't we? Specifically in the area of shorts. Yeah, I'm fully invested in that right now. So, and if it's a little bit longer than a minute, then I'll upload it as a video. All right. So anything that is like on this page that you're on, anything in the realm of health, wellness, history, or current events, you will see uploaded here. Now, in the past, up to this point, we did delve heavily into, going into the, doing our biblical teachings and stuff like that. But we're not doing that on this platform anymore. Okay. We're not stopping altogether. We're just not doing it on this platform. All of that will be over on mybondtube.com. All right. So, yeah, you can check that out. In fact, we just did one this past Friday evening. You can check that out over there. But on this platform, we're going to stay with, those areas, those key areas. Like I said, again, health, wellness, current events, news, current events. What was the other thing? And science. Yeah. And history. Yeah, those areas. So that's what we're going to be focused on. All righty. All right. So, in fact, while I have you here, let me go ahead and turn this off here. And let me, because we just got a couple more, taking care of a couple more things here. But just give you an idea for some of the things that you may have missed on this platform that we've been uploading. So let me play a couple of things here. This is my debut. And, I'm not going to let Marvel have all the fun. So we're going to create our own Marvel comics, okay? So I don't know if y'all saw this one yet. So check this one out. Why settle for being just a man when you can walk barefoot? Let me explain. As I said in a previous video, we live in an electrified environment, some good voltage and some bad. The earth has a negative charge, which is why we ground all things electrical to the earth. Now, our bodies are highly electrical, not to mention all the electric charge that we pick up every day. Now, studies have shown that by simply walking barefoot on the ground, we are giving our bodies the opportunity to discharge, paving the way for things such as the reduction of inflammation and other diseases. Check out our Linktree page and click on the link to watch the movie, The Earthing Movie, to learn more. And while you're there, make sure you visit us at the tree, sambatree.com. All right, so that's that one. Did you see this one, though?
Selling edible insects to help families afford protein. This stuff drives me nuts, Esther.
It's absolutely disgusting. I'm sure Bill Gates is over the moon because that's been the plan all along, to get us to stop eating normal food and to eat bugs while...
Oh, my. Oh.
Insects and rats, because it will save the planet, apparently.
Exactly. Well, it won't be on my menu. I hope it's not on yours, Esther. Good.
Oh, my. Whoa, my. Anyway, yeah, I know that made your stomach turn. So if you were eating something, I'm sorry, but yeah, but that's real. We got to pay attention to what they're putting in our food. They're talking about getting us to having us eating bugs and stuff like that. Now, I've heard some people say, well, in other countries, they eat bugs, so I don't see a problem with that. Yes, that's true. But what's also true is that bugs, insects do carry parasites. And you know, just like meat, you know, meat does also carry parasites too. But the key is you got to make sure that, you know, these things are cooked properly and the way they're supposed to be cooked and all that. But at the end of the day, I still ain't eating no insects. Okay. I ain't got no shade on any other culture that eats insects. If that's how you were raised and that's how you get down, then good. Go ahead and go for it. I ain't trying to do it. Okay. I ain't trying to do that. But yeah, so the thing I did mention, I keyed in on here. Let me see if I can get up here. It won't let me go on there. Well, I'll just say this. What was I going to say? Dwayne, what were you getting ready to say? What's also an insect, you know, like when people see roaches, for example, I can't stand them, right? You can't stand them. But roaches are the land equivalent of what? Shrimp. Yes. So if you are out here and you're watching and you just love yourself some shrimp, well, guess what? You're eating what also can be referred to as a sea roach. That's what shrimp is. And even crab, same thing. The responsibility these creatures have is to clean. All right. So crab, shrimp, they're bottom feeders. You know, if you may have heard the term bottom feeders, that's what they do. Their responsibility is to keep the oceans clean. Same thing with any kind of shellfish, period. Some people like eating oysters and stuff like that. You know, they go like this, you know, oh, I can't stand that. But they're like, come on, man, you got to eat this thing, man. This thing good. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm like hauling those. Can't go for that. I can't go for that. Crawfish, all of that. It's not good for you. It's definitely not. And these are insects. And so I can't. I know I used to eat shrimp too. I used to love shrimp fried rice. But, you know, after a while, it was one day I was eating and I was like, man, every time I feel like I'm eating shrimp fried rice, I'm feeling a little bit nauseous. And so I just naturally just stopped eating shrimp. But then later on, I found out what shrimp really were, what it really was and what their functions were. I was like, oh, no, I'm going to leave them alone. I used to also love crab cakes. Oh, I used to love crab cakes. The key word is real crab cakes, because you know you got that artificial stuff out there. No. I want the real ones. I used to love the real ones. Oh, so good. And give me some not tartar sauce. That's, I think someone in the house may like tartar sauce. I like cocktail sauce. And some shrimp. I would be straight. And same thing with crab. But I can't do it. I cannot eat it. And you will do yourself a great favor if you stay away from that stuff as well. All right. So anyway, so that's that. What was the other thing I had up here that I uploaded? We're going to be getting in some teas tonight. Check this out. These big brands with your oral care? Let me show you what a lot of these toothpastes contain. Titanium dioxide is a colorant that makes toothpaste white, but also penetrates into your gums, sets off toxic reactions in your brain, causes nerve damage, and potentially cancer. Sodium lauryl sulfate, it's a foaming agent that creates all those cool bubbles when you brush. But this toxic chemical, also used as an insecticide, strips away the lining of your mouth and can even cause organ toxicity. And instead of all of that madness, you need an oral care regimen that is safe for both you and your family. Okay, so you know this is toothpaste that we have. Let me organic clay, magnesium. So yeah, so I just wanted to play just a little bit of that for you, so you understand the junk that they put in our toothpaste family. You don't want to have anything to do with that. So if you're out here right now listening to me and you are still using Colgate and you're still using all them other ones, I'm telling you, even if you don't buy from us, even if you don't, we would love for you to, but even if you don't get it from us, stop immediately. Take that stuff. You can even log off right now and do it. Seriously, you can even log off right now and do it. Take that stuff and throw it in the garbage. throw it in the garbage. You don't want that in your mouth. See, what people got to understand. See, let me get back on the screen here for this, because some people, they just need you to walk with them. Okay, I'm gonna walk with you tonight. Okay, these companies, you think just because they put someone on the screen that's smiling and they just like, oh, we just love ourselves, we just love our white teeth. Oh, we just when we use this toothpaste, oh, it's just so minty fresh. And guess what? They even put black people on there. So they really just love us and they really care for us, and they would never do anything harmful to us at all. These people would never do that. Well, it's time to wake up, because it's a whole circular program. So you take that stuff, right? You know how they say 4 out of 5 dentists recommend. I would too. Because guess what? You use that toothpaste, guess who you're going to go to? The 4 out of 5. You're going to go to the 4 out of 5. That's why they recommend it. So, yes. So it's all built in that way. And they said the National American Seal of Approval. Mm-hmm. I guess it does have the seal of approval because it's an automatic bag for them.
It's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you may want if you want to move that camera around, you can.
Oh.
But yeah. So yes, buy it from us. That would be great. If not, it's okay too. Just what I encourage you to do is to go and find yourself natural toothpaste. And on our page, I kind of went through that video that I showed you, kind of like the things to look for in that natural toothpaste. And you know what, that article is an article that really goes through all the things to avoid. I'll post that on our Facebook page too, so that you can see that. Okay, the things to if your toothpaste has any of this stuff in it, it needs to get out. Okay, same thing with your toothpaste. And then also making sure you use a good toothbrush too. Someone said, how do you heal your teeth from over brushing? You gotta
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, one recommendation is change your toothbrush if you can, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you say over brushing, I don't know if you mean it's pulling me over. I don't know if you mean you've been brushing them too hard, or if you mean you're brushing them too frequently, right? Mm-hmm. But what you want to do is you want to let your gums rest, because when you're brushing too hard, boom, 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 you can cause your gums to recede a bit, right? Or become inflamed. So you want to let them rest. One toothbrush that I highly recommend is Sonicare. The Sonicare toothbrush. I've been using the Sonicare toothbrush since 2002. All right. And it has been tremendous for my oral care. Tremendous for my oral care. And on the Sonicare toothbrush, you have a high and a low setting. So that low setting is really gentle. And the good thing about the Sonicare, and no, they're not this is not a plug. They're not paying us for this. But I really like this toothbrush. But the Sonicare toothbrush, you simply hold it over your mouth and it brushes for you. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to worry about, am I brushing too hard? Am I applying too much pressure? Yeah. And it's that Sonicare, man. Woo! Yeah. Is fantastic.
We usually get ours at Costco, or Amazon may have them too.
Walmart, Target.
Yeah, and Target, yeah. They all have them. Let me just say this too. And there is a difference between a Sonicare versus an
Oral-B or something, some make-believe one. Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. Trust me. It's a difference. Mm-hmm. And it ain't just for lazy, these Sonicares or this. It ain't just, because you just too lazy. No. Mm-hmm. It actually, the way they design it, it's for you. I know for myself, and I'm sure for her too, I go to the dentist and they're like, man, your teeth look pretty good. So you brush what? Because, they're looking at all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so Sonicare, definitely you want to check that out. And that will be someone said water pick is another one for deep cleansing your gums
in
too.
between. Yep, that's good. That one's really good. Yeah, Lazarus said brushing too hard. Yeah, definitely check out the Sonicare. Yeah, it has really done my mouth really, really right. And just, you know, a little note on toothpaste. If you want, I mean, one of the biggest, you know, irritants or violators, right, is fluoride, right? And so if you want to learn a lot more about the dangers of fluoride, whether it be in your water, whether it be in your toothpaste, you can go to a website called It might be .org, it might be .com. Forgive me, I don't. It's not top of mind right now. But and they really go through all the details and studies that have been done, and you know, news stories of people with lawsuits and all kinds of stuff that has happened. But fluoride, and it's amazing the Jedi mind trick that they've done on us with fluoride over the years, you know, and gotten all the dentists on board as well. But fluoride is really a phosphate byproduct, you know, of processing. Is it phosphate, phosphorus? Maybe we'll bring up the article a little later, but it's a byproduct of that. And it's a byproduct that has not been cleansed, refined, nothing. It's like industrial grade byproduct. And it is a neurotoxin. It is a neurotoxin, fluoride is. And it's been linked to everything from ADHD to lower IQ in children to, I mean, it's way bad news. Way bad news. So you really want to get that out of your life. You know, as soon as you can. For sure. You want to get it out of your life.
Let me, I want to play this one last video, and this will be a good, and it's only 2 minutes. And that's the other thing too. Like I said, on our platforms, the videos are going to be very short. So you got the shorts, which they said you can't go any more than a minute. So that's it.
Yeah.
And then if there's something a little bit longer, like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, I will upload that as well. So that's it. But that's all you're going to get going forward. Okay. But there's a lot that you can pack in that minute or 2 minutes. So you notice that last one I was playing, I'm like, you know, just, because I got to try to fit it in. But this video I came across today, and this is just a testament of some of the many things that the Most High has put in his nature outside. You know, we really big on that, and just the importance of taking, you know, you can spend an entire lifetime learning about all of these different herbs and things that are outside. It takes a lifetime, really. So if you feel overwhelmed, welcome to the club, okay? Because I'm with you, you know, but it just takes one day at a time, one step at a time. And, you know, so when it, you know, as far as getting back to this teeth thing, for example, comfrey, I think I was learning about that and how that's good for teeth. There's a lot of different herbs and things like that. Am I right?
Comfrey. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay, you got quiet. Okay.
Sure. Oh no, I was just reading the chat.
Okay. Because you got quiet. I was like, did I say that?
No, I would.
Okay, all right. So yeah, but there are a ton of things out there. Yeah. So let me share this video now. This is a tree in Australia, and it cures, and it's been studied, and they found that it cures a certain disease. So let me play this for you, and let's.
Thank you. The words cure and cancer don't often go together, but a single injection of a berry found only in Australia's far north is now thought to cure many types of cancer. It's been tested on animals at death's door and now on humans, making tumours disappear in just 48 hours.
In the depths of the Queensland rainforest grows a small seed with huge potential.
This is an extraordinary drug. It's a unique drug, and it really is something quite different.
Derived only from Australia's blushwood tree, EBC46 is a molecule that can fight cancer.
A full tumour destruction within 7 days.
Following astonishing results shrinking solid tumours in animals like Oscar, world-first human trials have now begun. For melanoma sufferer Denise Powell, joining the trial was a chance to avoid amputation.
My cancer surgeon said, I can take that one out. If you get any more, then you might lose an arm.
Instead of more surgery, EBC-46 was injected directly into the tumour in Denise's armpit.
Less than 20 minutes, the tumour had gone purple, then black. Then within a couple of days, the tumour just kind of shriveled up and died.
This first stage trial is using safe, low doses, but even early results look promising.
Surgery treats most tumours, about 60% of them worldwide, and to do that you need an operating theatre, but with EBC-46 you could go along anywhere.
When injected, EBC-46 triggers an immune response, activating white blood cells to attack the tumour and shrinking it to nothing. So far, the treatment targets solid tumours such as melanomas and cancers of the head, neck and breast cancer. If this rainforest remedy is found to be safe and effective in humans, it could offer a whole new treatment option for cancer patients, especially the elderly, who can't face another round of chemo or go back under the knife. The second, larger phase of the trial begins next year. Dr. Andrew Rochford, 7 News.
Sorry, y'all. So I don't want them to get me on that. All right, wait. Let me get back on here. So that's just one. Now, you know, we know, many of us know of, you know, this is just one. It's called the blushberry. Oh, the blushberry. I think I got that right. Tree. No, they won't. They won't. Psalms 31. They won't. This is an old clip. When you upload, what they do is they'll do a check to make sure that there's no copyright on it. And then if that thing checks right, then there you go. So I just typically don't upload that way, but I was able to catch it and see, no, we're good. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you is just kind of a good segue into what we're going to be getting into tonight, because I want people, I want you, those that are listening, I want you to really understand and get this. And I know for it's a renewing, our minds have to be renewed, basically. You know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with individuals that are 40, 50, 60, 70 plus years old, you know, it could be a little difficult because we've had a lifetime where certain things have been drilled into us. For example, we believe that the only way all diseases can be treated is by going to someone in a white coat or going to a building called a hospital. No, it's not. Don't you know when you go back in your ancestors, they didn't have that privilege. You understand? They went and they handled business. There's an African tribe. It's not coming to me right now, but I know you've seen them. The people in this tribe are so beautiful. The women, their hair, the way it's like their hair is braided, but it's like mud. It's like a red mud.
Oh, that's the ladies in Chad that use shea powder.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So beautiful people. And they said that they said oftentimes they don't wash with water. Now you would think, wait a minute. Oh, they must be stank. No, they said they smell beautiful.
Oh, you may be talking about somebody else, and it may not be ladies in Chad.
They said these people smell beautiful. And basically, when you read about them, what it talks about is they do is a combination of it's an oral. It's like a resin that they take from a tree, and they ingest that. They take that, and also it's something that they rub on their skin. It's an herbal thing, and it's an antimicrobial, antibacteria thing made of herbs and all of that they put on them. And they said they smell beautiful. They say you don't smell anything. And the reason why this particular tribe don't always wash with water is because, again, when you're living out in the bush, you may not have access to water. You know what I'm saying? So these people are so clicked into nature, they were able to come up and figure out a way to stay clean and to get and to keep themselves smelling beautiful and smelling nice and looking wonderful. And I tell you, everything, and it just goes to show again, just the wonders of what has been put out here by our Creator. Where, listen, in just about everything that we go through, our bodies may, be lacking in. The solutions are found out there. So it's like I said, it's going to take some time to go get through it, but we're going to get it. Let me play for you this one more video, though. This is another one I sent to you. This was I posted. I don't think, Nicole, you saw this one, but let me play this one for you. This video has been going around, and I added a little seasoning to it towards the end. So where is it? It's this one right here. So take a listen to this one. This is a podcast of two individuals. You listen to it, okay?
Did you try it even yet?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Well, you're just anti
I'm not
leg
black.
washes.
I'm not going to wash my legs and feet.
You think that's just a black people thing?
Clearly.
Well, and he's
the only one here who took the day off. Washes his legs and feet. No, I don't think it's a black thing. I think using a washcloth is for poor people, but I don't think that washing your legs and feet is for black people.
I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing.
All drinking and cooking was done with water collected from natural springs and fountains. Hand washing was a practice strongly emphasized to anyone after they used the toilet. This was done in a large covered basin of water that was sat next to every door of every hut. Additionally, the water in this basin would be replaced daily. These hygienic practices were so prevalent among the Zulu people that they have no record of any waterborne illnesses in pre-colonial times.
I'm not...
So, go ahead. I know you, because you just saying it.
Hold on. Did they say using a washcloth is a poor people's thing? And did they say washing your legs and your feet is a black person's thing? And then
of it.
Then he tried to walk it back.
All of it. Listen, a lot of these people are coming out and there's acknowledging that they don't wash.
What in the absolute world?
They're acknowledging it, and I guess it's a sense of freedom to say, I got to stink behind, and I don't care if you don't like it or not. That's a natural smell. And
that's okay.
You know,
I don't
and
even
so,
know what to
but
say
yeah.
on that one.
So anyway, but here's the thing, family. Some of these people are the same people that used to tell you that you stink,
that you were savage,
that you smell. You a savage.
Right.
But when you think about, like I said, in Africa, you know, in Africa, a lot of these individuals, they were far from that. They understood, hey, listen, hygiene and all that stuff. They understood all that stuff. You know, there's a plant called I think it's called a soap plant or soap leaf. Literally, if you take the leaf,
soap berries,
and then you can run it under the water, it will suds up.
Yeah, those
just
are
like soap.
Soap berries. Yeah.
So we were surrounded with all this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, my point is that for now, at this juncture where we are right now, this whole thing you know what, that went around, that was supposedly going around, that should have served as a wake-up call for all of us, that there's certain powers that be that should not be in your life. Do you understand what I'm saying when it comes to your health? So that's why we said, you know what, we got to do something. And so thankfully, we're able to connect and make something, and we're able to build something where we can start addressing this stuff. So yeah, Samba Tree is a store. It's an online store, but it's so much more than that. And many of you have followed us. You have seen over the years the things we have done, giving away and helping and all this other stuff, and then spending hours and teaching and educating and doing all that stuff. Not having you got to go through a paywall to find you on your deathbed, and it's like, okay, you're going to have to pay some money to get this information. No, we don't do that here. You understand what I'm saying? No, we're going to do everything we can to help and to preserve and to teach and to train how you can, because see, that kind of education is something that should be part of our heritage.
That's it.
It should be your lineage.
Right.
Good health and wellness is something that as a people we got to take back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's what we had. That was part of who we were. Don't buy into this lie that we stink and dirty and filthy people. That's what they told you. But the reality of it is there's a whole teaching we can do just on this, on the different African cultures that had a whole thing about, they had a whole regimen on cleanliness and all that stuff. That was normal. That was natural to you. The rest of that clip, the second clip that I showed you on that video, they said that, like they said, they ain't experienced any kind of waterborne disease until until the Europeans came. When the Europeans came, then all of a sudden now you got waterborne disease. Why? Because the current sewer system, the water system, I know that we're going to get into tonight, but the water system, this is what I want you to understand, because see, I'm talking about renewing our minds.
That's it.
The water system that we have, I want you to think about this. The current water system that you have right now, you go and you sit on the toilet, you do what you got to do on the toilet, you pee your dookie or whatever you do on there, right? It flushes, it goes through the pipe, it goes down the street, it goes to the water processing plant where they separate that stuff from the water, right? They take that stuff and then they put it somewhere, that dookie or whatever it is somewhere. And then whatever's left over, they put it back into the natural water supply. It eventually comes back. Those filters ain't getting everything out. They went to somewhere like, I think it was Washington State. They tested the waters in Washington State and they found a high level of antidepressants in their drinking water. In the drinking water. Now, are there some antidepressant trees around or antidepressant rocks that just antidepressant dirt that's around? No. How did it get back in the water? Well, it's simple, because the stuff that they claim that they're filtering out didn't get filtered out. So if you got antidepressants getting back into the drinking water, then what else you think is getting back into the drinking water? Do you understand what I'm saying?
And Seattle is one of, if not the most depressed cities, right? Because of the lack of sunshine, right? So you have the most or close to the highest amount of people dealing with depression, suicide, or feelings of suicide in Seattle. So think it not strange that there would be that many people on antidepressants in that city. You know what I mean? And it's going right back into the water.
So that's what our focus is when you see Samba Tree come up. Yes, like I said, there's the business side of it, but beyond that, that's why I said, you know what, we're going to clear the deck here on these platforms here, and we're going to focus on these things, because you got folks, see, we can sit up here and debate theological and all this stuff all day and night. Meanwhile, we got people out here that's sick. We got people here that can't move their arms. We got people here who can't see. Let me focus on that. Let's deal with that, because everybody's touched with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna do no good. We doing 2-3 hours of a debate and discussion and reading and stuff like that, when you dealing with stuff in your body that we can address, that we can talk. And then what we don't know, we can reach out to those who do know, that we have done and we will continue to do. So that's what you see. So when you see Samba Tree coming up, you know, when we talk about that, it's more than just, oh, we got a little online store here, come and support us. No, it's more than that. I mean, good, you shop there, but beyond that, we're going to do everything we can until he decides, okay, it's time to move on to the next thing. Nicole and I, our commitment is, let's do everything we can to help our people in this area. You know, if I don't know, I'm be online finding out, or get on the phone, whatever I got to do to find out, so that we can provide that information for our people. And we're going to, you know, and just make it as available to as many people as possible.
Our life, you know, mission, one of the focuses, or one of those bullet points, is to get as many of our people out of the hospital and not going in the hospital. Those that are in, we want to try to get them out. And those who would be potentials to go in, we want to keep them out of this of the hospitals, right? And so, and you would be amazed how many emails we've received of people just sharing their testimonies. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be high blood pressure, diabetes numbers. I mean, you would be amazed how many emails and testimonies that we have received from people who their lives have literally been changed and their lives have been lengthened. You understand? And it's not just us. There's a lot of people, out there sharing about health, healthy, habits and things like that. And to whoever he brings to us, whoever this audience is that he's given to us, it's an honor for us to share these things so that it can make a difference. You know what I mean? In people's lives, and grandmothers can live and grandfathers can live a little longer and play with the grandbabies. You know what I mean?
That's right.
and we can really live a vibrant life to do what he's called us to do. That's
so
the
you're
goal.
dealing with people like she just said. You're dealing with these individuals right here. We're committed to get as many of our people as possible out of the hospitals, out of the doctor's offices. Period. That's my commitment. That's what my goal. One of my life goals, like she said, same thing with her, is to get as many of our people as possible. I want to see the days are gone. Y'all pray for mother so and so. She's been in the hospital for 3 months, and we trying to figure out. And you got to deal with these racist, demonic insurance companies that want to argue you down over a nickel and dime, and you sitting up there trying to get a breath of clean air somewhere, and they got you locked up, hemmed up. Don't you know that a lot of infections take place in the hospital? More in the hospital than out in these streets, because you got a bunch of sick people locked up in an enclosed environment. You got all this stuff and people, stuff all dirtied up and everything past instruments all over the place. But hospitals used to have a whole entire wing or wings dedicated to having people laying out in the sun. They used to call them sunning rooms.
That's true.
They would have them out laying in the sun. If you ever seen some of them old movies, when you see them old white people and they out there, Mr. Clydesdale, you okay? He'd be out there laying out in the sun, and then the nurse come and all that. Well, that was part of the treatment. That was a normal part of the treatment. There's studies that have been done on this, where they used to literally have the people lay out there in the sun, and they notice, wait, oh snap, man, you're getting better. And so these are the things that we're pressing and pushing to our people. No, just because, yes, you're black, and yes, you can spend long hours in the sun, and you should. And they tell me I got to put some sunblock on. Don't you dare do that. Right. Don't you dare do that.
Right.
Is that a fan or something like?
No.
Oh.
No, I got it, baby.
I was just making sure it wasn't this.
No.
So no. Don't be putting that on there, okay?
Yeah.
No, get all of what he's put up there for you. Get all of that. I'm telling you.
That's it.
So anyway, but don't be out there for 20 hours now. I mean, you within reason.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Real quick before we move on and to the first demonstration, I can't remember if it was Lazarus in the chat or someone in the chat asked, what do I do about bleeding gums? He or she said that I've talked to a lot of dentists, to try to help me with the issue. Okay, so obviously I would have some questions for you first, but I'll just give you some general information. But this information probably would have already come from your dentist. So here's the thing. The things that we eat, whether it be sugar, whatever food that you eat, it leaves debris and residue on your teeth. All right. If you're not flossing or let's say you said, oh no, I'm a vigorous brusher, but you're not using the right toothbrush, right? So you're not getting everything. Or I floss every now and again. I mean, right. That food and those particles are left in between your teeth. All right. So the bacteria develops. All right. And so plaque then begins to grow, and plaque that stays on your teeth for long periods of time, plaque turns into tartar. All right. Both of these things contribute to gingivitis or gum disease, inflammation of the gums. OK, so when your gums are inflamed, all right, whether they're puffy or tender, they can begin to bleed. All right. So most of the time it comes back to proper dental hygiene, not calling you dirty, but I'm saying there may be some places that we're not hitting, all right, in your dental routine. That's one cause. But if you say, no, I do all of that. Sometimes it's a vitamin deficiency like vitamin C or vitamin K, which can cause your gums to bleed. All right. So I would suggest vitamin K2D3. All right. And vitamin C, a really high quality vitamin C. If you've done all of those other oral care things. All right. But most of the time it has something to do with your oral care. And definitely you want to make sure the last thing you do, the last thing that touches your mouth before you go to bed is a
donut. No, just
It's a toothbrush. toothbrush,
It's
right?
a toothbrush.
Right, yeah. Don't drink anything sweet.
No.
Don't, you don't want to do any of that because that sugar or whatever, right, is just sitting and eating away at your dental enamel all throughout the night. A closed environment, a closed environment, and you've got sugar, you got bacteria that's definitely going to grow in there. So yeah, that's what I would say. But I'm going to move over here and get ready for the first demonstration.
All right, yeah. So she going ahead, and real quick, I just wanted to bring this up here on the screen here, and then maybe we'll have a time of Q&A afterwards after this. But let me show this real quick to you. I put the link in the chat. I'm going to change this background here. Okay, now this little image. Anyway, this is. I'm gonna change the background too. Anyway. Samba Tree has its own Linktree page. Now, this is going to be where we're going to, if free books, if there's any free books out there, we'll make sure we'll link to those free books, those free resources. If there's videos, things like that, documentaries, you'll be able to find it here. So, and then also there's a notification button on here. You can subscribe to this. So anytime we upload something on here, it will you will get a notification. Okay. So yeah. So of course at the very top is a link to sambatree.com, but everything else, this is going to be a resource center where you'll be able to, access, different free books and resources and things like that. Okay. And anything else that we come across, because we all like that word free. I know I love it too. We're going to make sure that we post it on that page. Okay. So you can bookmark that one and keep that. Okay. All right. So gonna in a moment here, you just let me know when you're ready, huh?
I'm ready.
Okay. So you unlocked it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get her. She's gonna be showing some stuff here. I'm gonna let me go ahead and switch. Brittany. There we go.
Okay. All right. So we're going to have to work this mic. Can you all hear me? Mm-hmm. This is good.
And you're fine even where you were.
Even where I was? Okay. All right, y'all. Let's do a quick test. Can you all hear me now?
Yeah, just talk like that.
I can talk like this? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some teas tonight, and I'm going to show you some of the blending that I do just when I'm at home. You know what I mean? Because we sell single ingredient teas, right? We offer single ingredient teas. So burdock root and butterfly PT, and right. But there are great benefits that you can get by mixing and blending, right? Your teas. Okay. So let's start. Let's see what we want to start with. Hold on. Okay. All right. So we have, this is the King Caliba tea, right? We're going to be using this tonight. Avocado leaf tea. I love, this is probably my number one. I would say my number one or my number two favorite avocado leaf. I love the flavor. Soursop leaves. This is like the OG. Like, I love soursop. I think this will be my number two. Okay. We're going to these are some, you can use mullein leaf and just by itself, but mullein leaf, because it is, it has a less pronounced flavor. It's a milder tea. I love to mix it in, right? For added benefit. Okay. And then burdock root, cut and sifted. Burdock root, cut and sifted. And butterfly PT. All right. The blue tea. Okay. Let's get started with some avocado leaves. Yeah. Let's get started with some avocado leaves. Okay. So first thing that you want to know, or you want to do, is your leaves. You want to make sure that you crumble and crush your leaves when you when you crumble and crush your leaves, it's called bruising the leaf. So the properties, the medicinal properties, all of those health benefits, they come out of the leaf more readily when the leaf is crushed and crumbled, okay? And when you add the hot water. All right, so that's what we're going to start doing first. And these are my French, I'm using a French press, okay? This is how I usually make my teas, okay? Some avocado leaves, okay? I'm just gonna crunch them and crush them. One got away down there, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work my way. I watch them do this all the time. Her and my daughter, and our daughter, and I'm just used to the tea bags, and you can do that too. But this right here, you really get so much more of the actual tea, the leaf, and you get to firsthand make sure that this is the leaf. You know what I'm saying? Because they could be they could be raking off of their front lawn and putting in them bags. You know what I mean? So anyway.
All right. And so what I'm going to add to this, an avocado leaf has like a light licorice taste. And when I heard that, I initially was like, yeah, no, I'll pass. Not for me. Hate licorice. I'm not the one. But when I tasted it, I fell in love with it. It's not a strong licorice taste. And I'm going to add some burdock cut and sifted to this tea. All right, hold on.
Yeah, I was not. The first time we tried this was in Mexico.
Yeah.
We were shopping around for different herbs and stuff, and we came. I said, well, we never tried that. Let's try this. And the person was telling us it tastes like licorice, and just like her, yeah, that's I guess a common thing we got together. I am not a licorice fan at all, not at all. Like Twizzlers, some of y'all grew up with that, or the black licorice. I can't stand. No, there's no enjoyment in eating that for me. But anyway, so I tried this tea. She said it just has a slight flavor, a licorice flavor to it. So. And they were absolutely right. I was like, you know what? I can do this. Man, that thing it's pretty good.
And so as we get to brewing, and you know what? I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of mullein to this blend. Now, let me talk to you. So avocado leaves. I have to come over to the mic because I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear me. I'm good. I was good over there. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me add this water in. Well, let me add the mullein first. So avocado leaves protects the body from degenerative diseases. All right. It's gonna help treat kidney stones. You see that? I'm gonna take a little bit of mullein out. Not a whole lot. Just gonna put a little bit in there. Stabilizes the blood pressure. That's a biggie. Biggie. All right. Helps to prevent cancer. Keeps the skin healthy. Reduces swelling. Helps to treat diabetes. Another big one. So why did I add burdock root to this blend? Let me see here.
Get all of that goodness.
I'm going to give it a little swirl in there. And you can see how much tea I use. I like strong brews. All right. I like a strong brew. Okay. So I typically use a lot of tea because I like a lot of flavor. And I'm going to go ahead and put my top on my French press. And we're gonna let that steep. Okay, we're gonna let that steep while we make some more tea. But burdock root, I love burdock root. Okay. Burdock root is amazing. And if I can find a clip, we'll play. An herbalist talking about burdock root. Burdock root cleanses the blood, right? So if you have liver issues, right? The liver detoxifies, it cleanses toxins out of the body, right? So the junk food that you're eating, the pollutants that you're breathing, right? The liver is helping to cleanse that stuff out of your body. So when you have a disease, there's so much more pressure on the liver, right? Especially if you're not eating right. So what burdock root does is it's helping to cleanse the blood so that the liver can focus and do its job, right? So whatever tea you're making, throw a little burdock root in there. Throw a little burdock cut and sifted in there. It's not going to add a bunch of flavor, but it's going to add a whole lot of benefit, okay? All right. I'm going to add some honey to this. Sometimes I drink my teas without any sweetener. Sometimes I add a little sweetener. Mister is going to be tasting this, so I got to add a little sweetener for him. Ooh, sorry.
So, Ines, how do you know how much to add in?
I knew somebody was going to ask me that. I knew it. Here's the thing. On our website, we give, I keep going over to the microphone, but let me stay over here at my station.
Right where you are, you're good.
I'm right. I'm good right here.
You just talk up.
Okay. All right. I'm using a little creamed honey. Okay. Here's the thing. On our website, we give, measurements that you can use. A cup of water with a teaspoon of tea, so on and so forth, right? However, tea is a personal thing, man. Tea is a personal thing. So you have to work that thing out at home, I'm going to say something when I come back to the camera because I want to look you in your eyes, look you in your screens and say this. But with tea, you got to work that thing out. If you're using a French press, or even if you're just using a cup and you have a little teaspoon, like a spoon, like a tea ball, right, that holds your loose tea in a cup, experiment with it. Maybe you do 1 teaspoon and you say, oh, it tastes okay. The next day, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. I'm going to make it a little stronger, and you play with it a little bit. All right. It's not going to hurt you. All right. These teas that we sell, it's not going to hurt you. Right. If you want to make it stronger, nor are they caffeinated. So they're not going to turn bitter, and you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, it made me jittery because I had too much caffeine. No. All right, let me add a little bit more honey to this blend.
And then
I like creamed honey.
And I'm just showing you on the website here, on the side here, like it says description, how to make avocado tea. And the instructions are right there. You can just follow that. Like she said, that's just as a guide. But, like she said, tea is a personal thing. So whatever you want to double up or whatever, that's up to you. And then we provide all the benefits here. We try to put all of that on the page. But we encourage you, to go online and, and look up all the other benefits as well. So I said, what is creamed honey?
Oh, creamed honey is
it's creamed honey. No, I'm just playing.
It's honey that has been whipped. Okay, it's honey that has been whipped, so it has a creamy consistency. Okay, it's been whipped to a creamy consistency. That's what creamed or whipped honey is. All right, and I just like it because tea for me is a treat. So I just enjoy it, and it's less messy. Okay. All right. So that's our avocado leaf blend, and we're going to let that steep and do its thing. I don't know if you guys can see that well. We're going to put that to the side and let it steep.
Yeah, Brooklyn Stance, and they use a tea ball. Yeah, I've used one too.
Yeah. And I'm gonna bring up something that I use. I want to show you all. Bring it up in just a second. Put some more water in our teapot and get that going.
Well, we were talking about all this other stuff tonight. So tonight is the last night of the Friday.
Yeah, you can put put the put that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We were talking about. I tell you, it's. We just about making sure folk got what you need anyway. Yeah. So Friday, we just had the Friday flash. It ends midnight tonight. Okay, so 20% off the entire store. Wherever you go, whether you get teas or you get any of the other stuff, it's 20% off. And take advantage of it. The code is Friday Flash. So just wanted to make you guys aware of that. Okay. Again, big shout out to everybody that's in the chat. So glad that you guys can join us this wonderful evening. And like I said, I'll be dicing this video up, this broadcast up, and we'll just be making it available maybe throughout the week as well. The whole thing will be up here on YouTube, but I'll break it up for people who just get to the point. The just get to the point people. I'll split it up for you and get some of the highlights so that you guys can have access to that. Okay. But yes, when it comes to tea for me, when I do drink it, I drink it at night. Like I say, if you're going to make one for me too. Can you make one for me too? And it's usually at night and it's usually hot. But my preference is cold tea. That's my preference. I love my tea cold. Love it, love it, love it. But you can drink it cold or hot. Any of these teas are, And so we're moving beyond. You know how back in the day, you had that your favorite auntie or your mima or whoever. I got some sweet tea, and in many cases it was tea that was just the generic stuff, like the Lipton or whatever. But now we can build on that. Tea was good. Okay, now we got to teach ourselves. Okay, we don't need that much sugar in there now. Let's dial it down on that, because sometimes we put so much sugar in there. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are jealous. They're like, well, dang, we can get away with that much sugar in there. So no, you dial that thing down. You can, for those, many of you out there, you used to having soursop tea. Oh my goodness. Soursop tea. I know I got a lot of folks out here that know about soursop tea, but there's so many others out here that have wonderful benefits and stuff to it. And like I said, again, you don't have to sweeten it up. Like, it's crazy. You don't have to do that.
Right.
And my surprise from last year was blueberry tea. Blueberry leaf tea.
Blueberry leaf tea, yeah.
The way I came across that one,
a
quick story is we're in New Jersey, and New Jersey is known for its pine trees. There's a whole section of New Jersey. It's a huge forest of pine trees. And I always remember growing up, I've been living here all this time, and I hadn't gone back there since until, last year or so. I drive through it or whatever. But I remember growing up on school trips, I would take out there blueberry bushes that were out there, wild blueberries. And I remember them saying, "Oh, you can eat them or whatever." And I was just so fascinated about that, because again, my ignorance, my complete and utter ignorance, I always thought any berry, growing up with my white friends, they would say, "Oh, that's poisonous. You don't want to eat that. It's poisonous." So every berry,
with your white friend.
yeah, because that's what they would tell me. So I was like, okay, well, everything's poisonous then. I can't eat it if it's not in the grocery store. I'm just full disclosure. I'm just telling you how I was, right? So anyway, so the blueberries, I remember that. So I was like, let me go on back in there, and man, there are blueberries all over the place, all over the place back there.
Yeah,
didn't I take you?
Yeah, we were foraging. Yeah.
So anyway, there were blueberries all over. I mean, they just grow wild. And I even, I got to do the history on it. I'm like, okay, how do black folks fit in all of this? And sure enough, I found the code. I found it. I found the black code. And yes, in New Jersey, blacks that were coming up, African Americans that were coming up from the South, that was one of the things that we used to do, is we would pick blueberries and sell them on the side of the road, all over here. I mean, it was a major business for black folks, picking blueberries and selling them on the side of the road. But anyway, so I was like, what did I do? So we got the blueberries. Well, the first thing I did with the blueberries, I said, because I like pancakes. Man, I made some pancakes in there. Oh my goodness. That pancake sang to me and I sang back to it. And we were both singing, "Jesus dropped the charge." No,
Wayne, what in the world?
We were singing. We were the twins. Someone know, y'all know what I'm talking about. But But anyway, we took the leaves and we made some tea off of it. And we were like, man, this thing is good. This tea is good. And then we read about the leaves and found out that the leaves have more in it than the berries.
31 times I think the antioxidant level than the actual blueberries. 31 times. I think we were on a live and I said 3 times. No, not 3. 31 times.
Yeah.
More potent than the blueberry itself.
When I discovered that, I was like, whoa, okay, we on to something now. So that's what's so fun about, these different herbs and things like this. So brothers out there, when you see, teapot, automatically in your brain sometimes for some people, that's for the girls, that's for the women folks. No, you better be on this too. Yeah. Because this stuff, the O'Neill twins. I knew I had some old folks up in here. Case dismissed. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but anyway, that's the beauty and the fun and the discovery of getting out here, because there's so many of them from all over the world. All over the world. There's so many things out here.
That's right.
And you just take the time. So let that be a challenge for you as it starts getting warm out. When it starts getting warmer, start taking note of some of these bushes and trees you walk by. And then, there's apps that you can get where it will tell you all about it, right? Yeah. And then that's how I learned. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And, and I told you, I've shared with y'all many times, dandelions. We had the most dandelions on our street. And I just let them all grow. And I'll have my behind out there on my knees picking them all. And we done made teas with it. Yeah. I done took some and you bread them. And did I bread them? I did.
You battered them and fried them.
I battered them and fried them. Them joints were good, man.
I said, no, he did not batter and fry dandelions.
Them joints were good. I was like, oh, hold on.
They were good.
I was missing this. Yeah. So it's things like, and they train you, like I said, this system trains you to kill them. But at the same time, they're telling you to kill them, but then they're taking it into their labs and making medicine and charging you a grip. You see how that works? It had us on a dummy train. Well, we getting off the dummy train tonight. Yeah.
And you know what? Real quick, I want to show you something. I want to show you what I use for my tea when I'm on the go. But the reason earlier why I said tea is a personal thing. See, Dwayne and I, we've been in business since, really when we got married. When we got married, we bought a coffee house. I don't know if you all knew that. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but when we got married, before we got married, okay, we bought the coffee house, I think right before we got married. And this was supposed to be like, yes, okay, we're diving into business. So we bought a fully operational coffee house that absolutely tanked because it was on the backside, not of a mountain, of a building. It was on the backside of a building. We didn't know. It's like it was a busy thoroughfare and the coffee house was on the backside of the building where no one can see it as you pass by. We did not know. I don't know what we were thinking. And so, thank you so much. And so, so it tanked horribly. But that was our baptism into business, right? And so all that to say, we've been in business for ourselves a long time, right? We worked in corporate and all that kind of stuff, but probably as of 2012, 2013, we've solely just been entrepreneurs, okay? That's been our, solely entrepreneurs, not working for anyone else. Why am I telling you all this? Because we had the choice. We could either pay, $1,000 a month for a health insurance plan, because when you work for a corporation and they just take a little bit off of your check for your health insurance. Why? Because that's group health insurance, right? The whole company has that contract with that insurance company. But when you're a small business owner, at least back then, they had some type of cooperative plans, the type of thing, but it was very, very costly. So we either did that, paid a crazy amount of money out of pocket, or we worked it out ourselves. Okay. And so my dad passed away. Both my parents passed away early. My dad passed away at 64, pancreatic cancer. My mom passed away at 62. Or was it vice versa? Yeah, 62. And so for us, you know, juicing and herbs and all that kind of stuff, you know, for me, I was determined, let me live. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for teaching me what you could. But let me observe and learn, right? And make some changes, right? So that I don't expire early. And so for me, tea is medicine. Tea is medicine. Why? Everything that we've put, if you notice in our store, even though I love green tea, and green tea is awesome, black tea and all this, but we don't really have those basic teas. We have teas specifically targeted towards different ailments, towards, you know, solving different ailments. So we have, you know, blood pressure reducing tea, blood cleansing tea, tumor reducing teas. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? And so my tea I was going to actually maybe next time, I was going to take a video of my tea cabinets. Actually, I was going to do that, but I ran out of time just so you can see. But for me, tea is medicine, and tea is part of my health, a large part of our family health insurance plan. You understand what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's why I said tea is personal. You know, you gotta work it out. All right, let me show you.
And it's kept us out of a hospital and doctors.
Yes.
I don't even know the last time we've been.
I don't know the last time. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. And we live in vibrantly, you know, by his grace and you know, our obedience to him leading us to these natural things. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have both, right? All right, let me show you this. Okay, this right here is what I drink my hot tea in when I'm on the go. All right, what's this company? Elemental. All right, somebody said, what did they say? Well, we were talking about the toothbrushes. They said Sonicare, what do they say? Sponsorship. No, we are not sponsored by Sonicare.
I would love to.
I know. I'm just trying to help my people out. So this is what I use. Okay. This is, I think I got this on Amazon. My husband, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. Can you give me yours? Can you hold up yours, Dwayne? You all, I know you've seen these different drinking you know, vessels. It was started by a company called Swell. All right, Swell. Okay, and it was a white lady started this company. I don't know why I even mentioned that, but
because that's how we talk.
Because that's how we talk, right? It was a white lady started this. right. So she started this company. She was having these drinking vessels made in China. What's the whole like spin about these drinking vessels is that I think it keeps drinks cold for 24 hours or hot for 12 hours, something like that, right? That's the whole shtick. Well, of course, you get it made in China. China's like, thank you. So her company was Swell. They got Oh Well and they got Be Well. You know, they just took her idea and now you can get it. But like that thing that he just picked up, I mean, that we just showed was probably like $65. Okay, but you can get these at, you know, Home Goods for like, you know, any kind of version of this, $15, $14.99. I mean, you can get them anywhere. All right, so what's the deal? What I do, all right, it's got wow, Nicole, find out where the camera is. It's got a little tea infuser. I don't know if you call it tea infuser, but it's a little, it keeps the loose tea at the bottom of your canteen or your tumbler, right? So I put my loose tea down there, boom, boom, fill it up with my hot water, cover, and literally I just let it brew in there. And I keep going about my way and I got my tea all day. You know what I mean? I drink tea literally all day. Let's make some more. Let's make some more. Okay.
All right, and a big shout out again to everybody that's joined us this wonderful evening. So glad that you guys can join us again. Just another reminder to you that tonight is the last night. Tonight is the last night for the Friday Flash. 20% off everything in the store, everything. So, so yeah, make sure you check that out. Let me go ahead and we're gonna jump over to the other table there, and let's see what she's making.
Yeah, before we move on, let's go ahead and taste what we made. All right, this again was a blend with avocado leaf, burdock root, cut and sifted, and we put some mullein in there. All right, a lot of you know about mullein. My mic is all the way over here. Was it picking me up? Yeah. So a lot of you know about mullein. You know, cleansing the lungs, amazing for immunity. All right, and so we're gonna just press this on out, our French press. I like to give it one more swirl since I put honey in there.
Yeah, make sure they see it.
Yeah. Yep, I got you. We're gonna give it one more swirl.
And you already put honey in there, right?
I did for you and me, actually. Okay. And we're gonna press this on out. I see Miss Christina Perry is in the chat. That's my tea buddy. That is my tea buddy for sure enough. I got a lot of, actually, Monica is in the chat too. Y'all know Monica? Monica from So Delish. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Monica's in the chat too. That's my other tea buddy. Yeah. Okay.
Corey said, wifey makes me burdock root salad.
Ooh, go ahead, Corey and wifey. Go ahead. I'm about to give Dwayne all of it. Wait a minute, now I need to get a little something up in there. I know he likes cold tea.
Yeah, it's fine.
I probably could have poured that over ice, y'all, but
no, it's fine.
I wasn't thinking. Okay, let's see.
There you go. That's right. That's the key.
Uh-oh.
All right, let me hold on for a second here.
Let's see. What you gonna clink? Can we clink? Can we cheers? Okay, all right.
No, wait, I gotta go.
I get a little sugar. I already got sugar in my tea. Get a little sugar. Let me see. I made it mild, a little mild.
Yeah, it has that little licorice.
Yeah.
Licorice caramelly.
Yeah. Yeah. Mild in terms of the sweetness. I didn't sweeten it as much.
Yeah, see, the older I get, I don't really need that much sugar and stuff anyway. I don't.
Somebody put it in the chat. Put it in the chat and quote him. Quote him.
I don't. Not when it come to tea.
Okay.
Now when it
you
come
had to qualify it real quick.
Now when it comes to the other stuff, I need when it comes to cakes and donuts and I'm just playing. It ain't all like that.
Okay. All right. Next we're going to make let's make some soursop let's make some soursop tea with some lemon ginger in it. How about that? Let's do that. And then we're gonna end up. Actually, I'm gonna show you some food real quick. And then we're gonna make some king caliba tea, and we're gonna put some almond milk in it. Okay. All right. So let's make this next tea real quick, and then we're gonna get to our food. All right. Let me use my next French press. All right, we're gonna use some soursop leaves. And Dwayne, could you bring up soursop leaves on my phone? Samba tree. All right. Same thing I said do. Sambatree.com. The same thing I said do with the avocado leaves. We're going to crumble these leaves to release all those nutrients. Okay. All right. See that? Trying to get y'all where you can see. I'm gonna crumble them up. So you can tear them as well. You see that? I want them torn up really small so that I can get all that goodness out. Okay. Let me say this about soursop leaves. You can boil, you can boil soursop leaves. And the instructions are on our website. You can boil it, if you're making a pot for your family. The longer you boil soursop leaves or the longer you steep soursop leaves, the more robust the flavor is going to be. Okay. So what I'm making here, or I should say that that tumbler I just showed you, that brown thing that I said keeps tea hot, that would continue to brew it. It would just continue to brew it because it keeps all that heat in. The French press allows heat to escape. Okay, so what we're about to taste isn't going to be as strong, right? As I would normally make it. Okay. All right, I'm going to put a few more leaves in there. A few more leaves. And then I don't know if Violet is on this live. Listen to your body. I'm not sure if Violet is on. But we have our tea refreshers that you have your mullein leaf that comes with a packet of lemon ginger. And then the soursop leaf comes with the pineapple packet. Right? But I'm going to steal one of those lemon ginger packets because I want to add some lemon ginger to this soursop. All right? Going to break up that lemon in there. Okay. Put that back. Going to break that lemon up. And let's take one more. Some lemon. And then I'm going to put some ginger. Dig some ginger out of this packet. Dehydrated ginger. It's going to be really gingery. Okay. And let's go ahead and brew it. Uh-oh. And I'm going to add my honey. See that white? That's just the lemon rind. I'm going to add my creamed honey in there. Let it sit for a little bit before I put the honey in, but for the sake of time.
Yep, and that's the creamed honey. Wanted to add this too. I just learned about this tonight too. This was something some of y'all, I'm sure, already know about this. I didn't know about this. I'm gonna definitely try it. They said what you can do is either with orange peel or lemon peel. Don't throw those out. They said what you do is you get you a mason jar, fill it, to the very top with those orange peels or those lemon peels, and then get some I believe it's vinegar, apple cider vinegar. And fill it all the way to the top. I don't know how long. I have to go back to where I had it because I think I bookmarked it. And I think you let it sit for a certain period of time or whatever. I got to find that out. Once I find out, I'll let you know. Then after that certain period of time, you pour out the vinegar like into a spray bottle and you got yourself something you can use for a cleanser, for your, it cleanses your desk, it cleanses your kitchen and all of that, and you get that citrusy smell and all of that. I was like, wow, that's really neat. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. Something I just learned. I'm gonna try it too. So, okay,
while that is steeping, we're gonna move to some food while we let that steep. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try that. Yeah. So I'm gonna definitely try that, and I'll let y'all know because that's man. That's really neat. She's gonna mention something here.
Oh yeah, and what I like to I like to let you all know why these things are in the store. So soursop fruit, soursop leaves may help reduce eye disease. All right. And all these links to these articles, if you read more, go to the product on our page, go through the description, and if we don't have it listed in the description, there's usually an article there, right? That'll guide you to some more information. Anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties in soursop leaves. It has free radical scavenging abilities, right? That helps to eliminate cancer cells. Soursop leaves. Potentially kills pancreatic cancer cells. Okay. And basically that's because, and pancreatic cancer is dear to me because that's my father passed away from pancreatic cancer, and cancer cells typically have more glucose. All right. And cell growth is enhanced as well as tumor growth. But in a study that was done using soursop, now this was using the extract. Okay. The soursop extract decreased the glucose uptake. So it made it very difficult for those cancer cells to multiply and grow. Okay. It treats infections. I mean, soursop whether you're eating the fruit or drinking the tea. I all of these teas, like this isn't just a sales pitch. I literally drink them all day, every day. I drink tea and I drink water. That's it. No juice, no nothing. Tea, water. Okay. All right. Let's let that steep, and I'm going to bring a tray of some food out. Okay.
All right. So as she's doing that, again, thank you. I saw some very dear comments in the chat. And thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We love y'all very much too. And we just ultimately want to see the best of our people, that we, and that's what we're committed to. We want to, you want to see your people win, and any little bit that you learn, you just want to be able to, you want to share it with folks, as many far and wide. Those that listen will listen and take it, and you just can watch them grow. Those that won't, you just keep it right on moving. That's all you got to do. That's all you can do at the end of the day. Another thing we like to, we mentioned our dear sister Monica with her what's it? Soul Delish. Y'all make sure you check her out too. And she has some seasonings. She got some seasonings, y'all.
She got some seasoning for you. Monica, if you're in the chat, you can put your
website up.
Website on in there.
And definitely check her out. Because again, that's another thing. This is another thing, family, we got to take back is seasonings, our seasonings. Yeah. Because I'm tired of these devils out here. They'll take our stuff and then they'll buy these companies. They'll buy, be some old black man or old black woman. This is a family recipe, and then they build it up, do their own thing, and they do it really with the intentions on one day selling it to Kraft or somebody else, or these other companies. Once they take over it, they put in all kinds of spells and witchcraft all in that foolishness. I'm serious. They done took it and just destroyed it for real. And we still steadily buying it because, it got a black face on it. But then you turn around on the back, they done put every little chemical in there and all. So this is another area because, black folks, we love our seasoning. We definitely love our seasoning. And there are herbs out there that we can use just like these other people. We don't have to just give our stuff away to Kraft or some of these other devils out there. We can have our own seasoning. I'm telling you, Miss Monica and the seasoning she has for barbecue, she's got a burdock root based one. She's got some other ones out there too. And I'm going to tell you right now, you put that on some meat, you put that on some fish or chicken or, or even if you eat in just veggies, if that's your thing, I'm telling you, you could tell the difference. And it ain't like if you got issues with salt, Ain't no salt in it, right?
No, it does. She does have salt in it, but it's not salty.
It's not salty, right? It's like a minimal. You know what I mean? And you can read everything that's in it. You can understand what's in it. You know what I mean? Ain't no whatever however you read it. Yeah. After a while, I've gotten to the point. I said, if I can't read it, then it's probably not for me.
There you go. That's it.
Sometimes it's like, I'll just take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we don't have to. We have a choice. We love our seasonings, and that's a good thing. That's part of our culture. We brought seasonings here. That's it. Did you know that? When you look at our history, a lot of these seasonings, listen, when these Europeans came over, the food culture in this place that's called America now, the Europeans, when they brought their food over, what was happening was the food was going bad because refrigeration, they didn't know anything about refrigeration back then. And so the food was going bad, but they were still hungry, right? So what they did was they said, well, doggone it, how can we eat this? Because this stuff tastes like crap, but they had to eat it anyway. And so what ended up happening, they said, well, wait a minute, we're over here. They got these black folks over here. What can y'all do? So we, as a people, we reached into our cultural knowledge and our history that we brought from Africa. Because listen, when we came over from Africa, there's this mindset that think that we came over as a blank slate. No, we didn't. There was a lot of knowledge and skill sets that we brought over. One of them was seasonings. And so, we together with, and the things that we couldn't bring with us, because there were herbs, there were fruits and vegetables that were brought from the continent that were brought over along with the slaves. That's a true story. Now, then there was also some things that didn't come over that was already here. That was indigenous to this land here. And that's where, the natives of this land, we got together with them and we was able to get their stuff too. And we was able to work together and all of that. And so it was through seasonings that we was able to take that nasty, stank, disgusting food and to make it into a masterpiece that's enjoyed all over the world. So that's a blessing that he has given us as a people, seasoning. So when it comes to seasoning, I take that extremely serious. And like what my wife said, tea is a personal thing. Seasoning is also a personal thing too. It's a very personal thing to me when it comes to seasonings and all that. Because when I'm tasting that seasoning on our food, I'm tasting my history. I'm tasting my culture and all of that stuff that was lost. That's how I'm able to learn my stuff is through there. I want some inspiration. Let me go get some food with some of our seasoning on it that we brought over. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, so what these people have done, because we've lost connection with that understanding, what we do is we come up with an idea in the area of seasonings, for example, and then the first thing we want to do is hand it off to Mr. Charlie. Well, we need to stop that. We got too much. We know too much. Let's take the things like Miss Monica, what she's doing here. She came up with her own, didn't have to go to any of these other. She got her own herbs, spent hours in the kitchen until she got it right. And once she got it right, she said, let me share it with other people. And that's how you do. You got grandmas and aunties and everyone that have been doing this for years. And Miss Monica, she's one of them. So again, so when you get that kind of stuff, what you're doing is you're reclaiming that which belongs to your heritage and culture. We got to stop giving our stuff away. Well, maybe we can give it to them and maybe we can make. Oh, let's make sure we got our stuff together first. Let's make sure our plates are seasoned first. First thing we want to do is run off and give it there. Nah, keep that stuff for your table. All right, then anybody else want to come, you sell it to them. Anyway, so you ready? Okay, so we're gonna switch on over to the other camera here.
Okay, all right. So what we're gonna do, because we're up in his office, right? So we can't really do it.
Oh, I got your thing on. Sorry.
I said, so what we're gonna do, since we're in his office, it's not like we can cook up here. We burn the whole house down. So we're going to, I'm just gonna show you what some of the things are that I'm putting in my salad and what I'm seasoning my salad with. Okay. All right. Okay. So the base of my salad, I've got some dark greens. I do have some romaine in there. I've got some dark greens and oops, I forgot. I usually put some chard in my salad, but I don't have that in there tonight. Okay. All right. So that's the salad base. We're going to drop some chopped celery in there. All right. And just so you know, this salad I will be tasting it because this is not his type of salad at all. I'm extra, so I like a whole lot of extra stuff in my salad. Okay.
Yes. There are some things I like. There's some things I don't.
We're going to put some cucumbers in here. All right. And you all, you got to be careful with these different cucumbers out here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are GMO cucumbers, and when they say, "Oh, greenhouse, not hot house grown or whatever," you just again, I mean, I know we all do the best we can, but they're slipping a lot of alien alien fruits and vegetables in here on us. All right, cucumbers. And I'm going to put some microgreens. All right. I've got a microgreens blend here. I think this is micro cabbage and these are non-GMO, by the way, these microgreens. I hope these aren't some of the alien vegetables I just mentioned.
Right. You just told folks.
Look, I just told folks don't eat the alien greens.
Right.
Exactly. All right, so that's some microgreens. These here are some spicy sprouts. All right, so I'm gonna put some spicy sprouts here. All right, on my salad. Move out of the way here. Okay. Okay. All right. And it's coming together. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some, can you pull up a video that was sent to you, Dwayne?
How?
Texted to you?
Oh, hope it didn't come out as a mini.
Okay.
We'll see. And let me switch back here.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I love water chestnuts. Bean sprouts.
Junior.
Oh, okay. Bean sprouts and definitely tomatoes. Those are my thing right there. Okay, so you want me to go ahead and play the video?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, so I'm going to play this video here. Oh, I thought you keep signaling me. Okay.
No, I was wiping my nose.
Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and put this video on for y'all.
Can they see it? Yeah. We have our red onion and our jalapeno already going, almost burning in the pan. I'm going to add these chopped asparagus, fresh asparagus, to our grilled vegetable mix. These are being stubborn. And I'm going to season all of that up with our bladderwrack blend. Get that good and seasoned. I love it because it's not salty. It's not salty. And I'm going to add some more spice with our 50-50 pepper. There you go. And you know what? I need to add just a little bit more. Just a little bit more oil to that. Finish up that saute. This is going to be so good on top of my salad. It's going to make it a roasted vegetable salad. It smells delicious. Let's get in there close up so we can see all that seasoning going on. You see all that? Clouding up my camera. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Ah, I like that sound.
Yeah, so for me, let me tell you what I do on my salads, because I don't eat a lot of meat. All right. So I like to make my salads meaty. Okay. If you know what I mean, more substantive. So I'll put roasted vegetables on my salad. I'll put Brussels sprouts, put some avocado oil on the Brussels sprouts, and then put some jerk seasoning on the Brussels sprouts, and I'll air fry the Brussels sprouts until they're almost like charred and like crispy. And then I'll put those on the salad. So I really like to make my salads, really meaty. Okay. All right. So let's go back, Dwayne, if we can.
Yes. Brooklyn Stan said, she's talking about, they said in the South, no, I'm sorry. They were talking about cotton candy grapes.
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what? I am not eating it.
Exactly.
All of that says experiment.
And like a pluot. A pluot
Yes,
is a plum and an apricot. Well, they were meant to be a plum and an apricot. Look, if those were original.
Right,
I hope those were original.
How about that?
But a pluot definitely is not. If you've heard of the, what are they? Those real crunchy apples. What are they called? Those real, like super Honey Crisp apples.
Honeycrisp.
They spent, when I say they, it was out in Washington somewhere at a university. They spent, I think, 3 to 5 years developing the Honey Crisp apple by splicing seeds from the Red Delicious and other apples, splicing them, fusing them together, trying to grow a new breed of. Listen, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Or like the people just say, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay? Leave it alone.
Right. So anytime they'll say if it's a fruit or something, they say super sweet. It can even be berries.
Exactly. Leave it alone.
It doesn't need to be super sweet.
Leave it alone.
It doesn't. No fruit needs to be. Just leave it alone. Get your hands off of it.
Can they see that, Dwayne?
Mm-hmm.
I need to bring it closer.
No. You go.
Okay, so this is our vegetable saute. Okay? I'm going to put this on top of my salad. I'm going to put this on top of my salad. Yeah. Now, what did I use to season that? Dwayne was telling me, he was like, "Hun, we gotta get some new labels." He's the label man, so I'm gonna leave it to him. But I put our Bladderwrack blend, right? Our Bladderwrack blend, seasoning blend, which has, I'll tell you what this Bladderwrack seasoning blend is. And that's, by the way, that's how you know we're all about our people. How is it that we're doing a demonstration to show a seasoning and we spent 5-10 minutes talking about somebody else's seasoning? Why? Well, because we want everybody to win. That's why. Because we can all win. How about that? Okay? Let's all grow and do this thing, right? So anyway, our Bladderwrack seasoning has sea salt, Bladderwrack powder, celery, parsley, turmeric, smoked paprika, onion powder, black pepper, ancho chili, cumin, leek, celery seed, cress, cayenne pepper, carrot, orange peel, tomato granules, onion, lovage, garlic, basil, marjoram, rosemary, thyme, kelp, lemon juice powder, oil of lemon, and citric acid. Okay, so that's the Bladderwrack seasoning. Okay, and our 50-50 pepper, which is 50% flaxseed and 50% fresh ground black pepper. This is my bottle, so I can do this. I'm not shipping this to y'all. Okay? I wish they could really see that. But yeah, so that's the 50-50 pepper. Okay? And let's put some walnuts. Put some walnuts. I know y'all are like, ew, but I like all of this.
Yeah, no.
Okay? I love
it. Should put raisins and all that.
No,
I can't do all
raisins.
that. Cranberries.
The raisins come from seedless grapes, so no thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
Avocado. You got to get that healthy fat in there. All right, so I'm gonna get me some avocado. Make it do what it do.
I have not converted to the avocado train yet, y'all. It's, you know what it is? It's the texture. Yeah. It's just, for me, it's hard to get around the texture. I think once I get around that, if it's a taco or something like that and they slip it on there and I eat it, I'll play along. I'll play along like if it's some, but I personally don't go out my way for no avocado. Now I watch my daughter get converted, but I didn't raise my hand up to go to that and respond to the call yet.
I'm working on you. I'm working on you.
Yeah, I haven't. One day I will. I'll do the tea first, so maybe that's the first step. And then what's this you putting on there?
This is olive tapenade. All right, so it's just a combination of different olives from. That's something else he doesn't like is olives. So I'm putting.
No. It depends. No.
You do?
No. If I'm eating Mediterranean food.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, my bad. All right. So that's what we put on our salad, and I am going to put my dressing on. I like this dressing. I'm not a garlic person, but I really like this dressing. It's a plant-based dressing. Olive oil, filtered water, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, hemp seeds, nutritional yeast, minced garlic, chia seeds, gray sea salt, green banana flour, black pepper, and dulse. Okay?
And where'd you get that?
I just got this from, the grocery store actually, but they have it at different health food stores. This is Mother Raw organic roasted garlic Caesar, all right, which I typically, like I said, I leave that alone, but I really like this one.
Yeah, so for those of you, if you even have like a Trader Joe's or something, you could check that out. Once you get to Whole Foods, you got to have a whole lot of money. That's what that means. They do have some things in there, and then and someone had mentioned in here too, I think it was Juanea, she had mentioned, also using Amazon as well. Amazon will carry some of these things as well. So you do have options, you know what I'm saying? If you are in a place that, what some people consider like a food desert, because some grocery stores, I know, depending on the community you live in, they may not have even some of these things like she's showing, but there are ways you can go and get these things and, online or, it's many places that you can get it and, check it out, All
right. So this is my, these are my little indulgences. I mean, this is gluten, but it's they're fried onions that I put on there. And then I'm going to put some crispy beets on there. I told you it's like
you see what I'm working with.
But let me draw your attention to this. You see up here, it says non-GMO. Now, I think 95%, I believe somebody can correct me on this, but last I checked, 95% of the beets sold in the US are GMO. Okay? Yeah, 95%. So I don't mess with beets, all right? But these are non-GMO beets. That they fried. Yes, I know. Okay, now I'm gonna taste this because our tea has steeped. And before I finish, I'm gonna top this off with some of the Bladderwrack blend. Okay, we'll show y'all where that is on the website. Just gonna top it off. Bop, 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 bop. Just add a little bit of flavor on there. And then I'm going to throw on some more 50-50 pepper because I like spice. Okay. This is going to be good. All right. So I'm going to put some more 50-50 pepper on here. I like spice. Let's go. Let's taste it. Let's taste. All done. Let's taste. Okay. It's been a long time since we've gone live. Dwayne always says, "Hey, you want to go live?" And I'm like, "Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week." I'm always putting it off. This is the salad, and let's go. Let's see. Now, okay, I know you don't like it, but can you smell it? You smell garlic?
A little bit.
Oh, they can't even see. They can't even see me. I'll do this under the other. get all that stuff. I want to get some avocado on there. I want to get some of all my crunchies on there. All right. Okay. All right, let's go. I'm all hot, sweating. I could eat salad every day. I could eat salad every day. I could eat salad. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pepper is hitting. That seasoning is not too much. Very good. Very, very, very good. That's yummy. I should have done this as a last thing so we could get off the video and I could finish eating, but I will put this down and we will drink the tea and make the last tea and we're out of here. How about that?
This ain't no mukbang. Yeah. And then for me, let's see, what are some of the things I do is, I just do the whole, like I'll make me, myself a, cucumber salad. Another thing I like are snow peas. I like doing stir fry snow peas and peppers, onions. Love that. And sometimes I will add like those little the little small potatoes in there. I'll put that in there. Things like that. And then sometimes she'll make me a leaf salad, and I'll eat that too. So yeah, we just have our different tastes, because when we will go to like, those buffet places, I don't even know when the last time we've been to those buffet places. Like I'm too scared to go in them now, for real. I'm scared anyway, don't get me started on that. But anyway, when she would go through the salad section, it'd be a whole mountain. Ain't no mountain high. It'd just be a mountain of salad. And it's like, okay, I'm going to add this. I'm going to add this. I'm like sitting up here like, Nicole, you going to eat all of that? It'd be a mountain it'd be a whole bush. Yeah. But,
okay.
Oh, okay. Let me switch over here. There you go. All right. So this is what tea again?
This is soursop leaves, and we put some lemon and some ginger in there. Okay. We're going to give it one swirl real quick. From our tea refreshers. Give it a swirl. And I put a little bit more honey in this one. So, and then the last tea that we are going to taste.
Here's my thing here too.
I got it.
Oh,
I got you.
it's like a restaurant, man. I get a free cup.
Last tea that we're gonna taste. I should have put this over ice. You want this over ice, babe?
No. Just come on, because we gotta wrap it up soon. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should have put it over ice.
So you gotta smell it first. I'll take it in.
Did I make it too gingery?
I didn't taste it yet.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Isn't that good?
One more time in case someone just came in.
Oh, soursop leaves with ginger and lemon. All right, with fresh ginger, dehydrated ginger and dehydrated lemon. All right, I'm gonna touch base with Violet from Listen to Your Body and see if we can sell the dehydrated ginger by itself. See if she wants to partner up with us on that. Oh, it makes for a real clean cup. That's nice. Mm-hmm. That's nice. Mm-hmm. All right, the last one we're gonna do, and we're done for the night, is we're gonna do King Kaliba tea, West African King Kaliba tea. with some honey, and we're going to put some almond milk in it. All right, some almond milk. That's nice too.
And then while that's being made, if you have anybody have any questions, this will be a good time. If you had any questions at all for us, you can put that in the chat and we'll see if we can answer it for you. Okay. But let me go ahead. In the meantime, I'm finishing this up here, and yeah. So yeah, you got any questions at all for us? Again, one more time, this tonight, midnight is the end of our Friday flash sale. 20% off everything in the store. Doesn't matter what, you get 20% off of it. It ends midnight tonight at sambatree.com.
All right, let's come on back. Okay, our last tea is the West African Kinkeliba tea. All right, Kinkeliba means the health tree. All right, it's enjoyed in.
You turn that so you can.
Okay, yeah, the microphone. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Let me get the microphone together. Okay, how's that? Is that good? Okay, so this one that we're making, this is the West African Kinkeliba tea. Really, this is a really special tea. So it's used, or it comes obviously from Africa. All right, it's used in or enjoyed in Senegal, in Mali, in I forgot the other countries in the West African region, and they drink it multiple times a day. The first brew, they drink it with honey and lemon, and then they use those same leaves. Yes, you can reuse the leaves. That's good, right? They use the same leaves. They'll brew them again in the afternoon and evening, and they'll add, whatever milk they want to add, and that's how they'll enjoy it. So these are leaves that you can brew multiple times. Excellent for diabetes prevention and treatment. All right, because they increase glucose tolerance, they lower glucose production and levels. Anti-inflammatory tea. It has high antioxidant properties. Excellent for weight loss, obviously, because it's helping to stabilize the glucose. It's a diuretic, getting that excess fluid out of your body. Excellent for digestion and so much more. All right, so let's make this Kinkeliba tea. We're going to do exactly what we did with the other ones. We're going to crumble these leaves up. And then we'll take questions while it's brewing, and we'll finish out with tasting this with the almond milk in it. And yeah, for those of you that are maybe just coming on and you like measurements, yeah, I'm making this in a French press for 2 or 3 servings. All right, if you're somebody that needs measurements, we put measurements on our website.
Go on the website.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this one kind of strong.
And I tell you that, with Nicole and I, we are always looking for stuff. That's why every month, if you're not on the email list, get on that, because as we come across stuff that we find and we try it ourselves. These are things, we don't just grab things and like, oh, that's neat, sell it. No. We got to try it ourselves, because if it tastes nasty or if it's something that don't work in here, and that's the same thing even with the body creams, the oils and all that stuff. We try that stuff ourselves now. We ain't gonna just tell you something that just get it because we got a deal on it. No, we gonna try it ourselves. Does it work in the house?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Does it work in our house? Is it something that our people in here, do they like it? And if the answer comes back, if there's a unanimous yes to it, then we say, okay, this is something we're going to try, let's see if the people like it or not. And so this Kinkeliba tea was the same thing. It was something we found out about. We heard about it. And then we said, okay, now let's try it and see, because we heard about all the benefits of it. And we're like, okay, well, let's try to, let's taste it. Tasted it and all that. We were like, okay, all right, we good. I'm
going to make this like a dessert tea. All right. And so you all, when you see me, each I'm putting like a teaspoon, all right, of honey in there. So if you see, it's like, that looks like a lot of honey. Well, there's like 3 servings in here, right? So it's like 3 teaspoons.
Yeah, because you're going to put milk in there, right?
I am. Almond milk. Okay.
So yeah, so like I said again, if you got any questions, this is the time to ask us, and we're here for you. And if you don't have any questions right now, you can certainly email us at sambatree@protonmail.com. Again, that's sambatree@protonmail.com. You know, because a lot of times we get emails from people who say, hey, listen, what's good for X? You know, whatever that may be, any kind of ailment. If we know about something, we'll share. We're not doctors here. Okay. We're not medical professionals. We'll tell you that straight off the rip. Okay. But we can just relay you information that we've learned that, okay, this is good. You can try this out. You can check this out, this, that, or whatever. Another thing too is we have our dear sister Journey. She is a licensed herbalist, certified herbalist. And depending on the severity of what you're dealing with, that's someone that you can definitely connect with, and we can, you know, and she'll be able to take you even further in getting into this wellness and getting your natural healing game on. And so yeah, so we'll talk about that. Someone asked, what do you suggest for
osteoarthritis? You can go back. Dwayne. Well, the first thing I would say, and I can give you a more in-depth, answer because I'm just talking off the off the dome, so to speak. Anything that ends in itis means inflammation, right? So any type of arthritis, there are many, many things that can contribute to arthritis, okay, and inflammation. Many times it's the food that you're consuming. So when you say, what do you suggest for this? My first answer would be, what is your, not just what's your diet like, what are your stress factors like? You understand? Because wellness and health is not just what we put in our body, but it also is what we put around our body and what we put in our minds as well. All of those things can either greatly help or greatly harm the level of our wellness. Okay. But if I'm just speaking to the inflammation, right? Turmeric contains curcumin, and curcumin is really it's a top-notch inflammation reducer. All right, we on Samba Tree, we have the turmeric 50/50 pepper capsules, right? So those are excellent for reducing inflammation. Wherever there's inflammation, there's going to be pain. Okay. The other thing you want to do when you have inflammation is you want to make sure that blood is coming to that area. When blood is circulating in an area, inflammation is reduced, thus pain is reduced, right? So things that would aid in circulation. There's ylang essential oil that you can take. You can take that essential oil, mix it with a little bit of, coconut oil or whatever, and rub it on your knees, your elbows, wherever you're having the pain. There are a lot of other essential oils as well that target pain. When we look at your diet though, right? Because you always want to address things from the inside out, not the outside in. If you're really trying to get to the root of the issue, biologically, right? Getting to the root of the issue. Sure, you could have stress, you could have all kinds of things happening outside of you, but if you're eating a lot of fried foods, if you're eating a lot of gluten is a heavy offender and a heavy cause for inflammation in the body. So if you eat a lot of fried foods, if you eat a lot of gluten, what do I mean by gluten? Bread, pasta, pies, cakes, crackers, sandwiches, just whatever. If you eat a lot of gluten, it is definitely not helping your situation. If you're eating a lot of sugar and processed food, again, it's causing a lot of additional inflammation, right? So, I see him in the chat. Let's see. Stinging nettle is good. I stopped certain meats, dairy, and nightshade veggies. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. But I would really hone in on your gluten. I would hone in on your sleep. How do you sleep? Do you sleep well? Are you getting, if you're a man, are you getting 7 to 8 hours? If you're a woman, are you getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep? And where do those hours fall? Are you going to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And losing that window of regenerative sleep. So all of these things are going to help reduce the inflammation in your body. Okay, good. Not eating fried foods or at all, or sugar. Okay, I didn't hear the answer to the gluten, so let me know about that. But I would for sure. This is my end of this question because I don't want to take too long. Look up Whole30, the Whole30 diet. All right, Whole30 is simply 30 days only eating whole foods. Okay, not processed food, no sugar, no gluten, and just whole foods, vegetables, fruits, and whatever, if you are eating, meat, or, meat can be very inflammatory as well, but fish or whatever, and just do it for 30 days. Do it for 30 days and see, how your body reacts.
And then also try grounding.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Grounding.
Yeah, try grounding for sure.
When I say grounding, I mean basically putting your feet on the ground. I'm talking about your bare feet. And
yes.
We did videos on that as well. So, yeah, try that because that is another way you can reduce inflammation throughout your body.
Absolutely.
And just do a search for that because that's putting your feet on the ground. Okay, well, that's easy for you to say it's snow on the ground. Okay. Well, there's other things you can do to ground. Like I should be doing, and I'm not doing it, but I have it somewhere around here. But when I'm sitting up here on the computer, for those who work on like servers, there's a grounding bracelet that you can get. It's just a light bracelet that you wear around your wrist. And then there's a wire that goes and it's grounded on, you ground it somewhere basically. And what that does too, that's another way that you can reduce inflammation as well. There's been many studies done on this as well. So that's another thing to try that. Okay. So yeah, there's a whole host of things, but yeah, email us. The email address actually will be
sambatree@protonmail.com.
The connect@journeymanandwoman.com. I mean, you can send it there and I'm just going to forward there. So either way, that's fine.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say? Oh, you drinking the tea.
Oh, no. All I did was I put the soursop, lemon, ginger, in ice.
Okay.
You want?
I thought that was the deal. I thought that's what the contract was.
Okay, and yeah, we're just answering any questions that you might have before we drink this last tea and sign off for the night. So, Wanea said, where can someone purchase moringa seeds or pods to make seed oil? There are a lot of places you can buy moringa seeds. Let's see. I mean, the easiest place, would be Amazon. Now, the quality of what you're getting, it just depends on what seller you're purchasing it from. But yeah, that would probably be the quickest and easiest place. But yeah, Brooklyn stage, please. Yeah, if you're not grounding, definitely, please start doing that. Please start doing that. 10 minutes to 15 minutes a day if you can. Yeah. Are there any other questions before we drink this last tea and sign off?
And remember, family, as you guys are trying to figure that out, like I said, again, you can always email us as well. But one more time, just so I can, make sure everybody's aware, where you can find us if you have any questions. Let me get it up here on the screen. So again, we have our, you're on the Journeyman and Woman page, right? this right here is the Samba Tree YouTube page. So we'll be, for now, at this stage right now, the same content that you see on the Journeyman and Woman page is the same content you'll pretty much see on here. It's just kind of duplicating here. Okay. So you have that, but you want to make sure you subscribe to this page so that, so that when we do start adding unique information on here, you're not out of the loop. We're also on Facebook, okay, for now. Okay. Yeah. So Facebook, this is another place where you can follow us. And while I'm here, I'm going to be maxing it out as much as I can, where you can get all your information on here as well. If there's any emails that we get out, special promos, things like that, we may even do short videos exclusively for Facebook. We'll see what happens on that. Okay. So we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're also on Instagram. So do a search on Instagram for Samba_tree. Again, that's Samba_tree. And that's where you'll find us there on Instagram as well. So those numerous places that you can find us on those different platforms. And at any of those points, you can ask us questions. It may take a minute to get to you, but we'll get to you and we'll answer it. And like I said, we know we have quite a few people out here. You may be going through, you're dealing with, there's some certain ailments, and I've been wondering. I'm wondering who to ask. Well, you can ask us. We'll figure it out. It's always good to have someone else with you. You know what I mean? To kind of figure it out. So anyway, so just wanted to bring you up to date and up to speed on that. And I think the what now? Oh, and so now we're getting ready to get to this last and final T. And this week, so this video that you're watching right now is going to be available in its entirety on Facebook. It will be here on YouTube as well, and on both YouTube channels. And also during the week, I will be slicing this up, and then we'll have highlights. I'll have some more videos. Someone said I missed the video on grounding. I'll be putting some highlights on that too, because that's a very important thing, family. They say grounding, we just say put your feet on the ground. I mean, we all of us did that as children. Just think about this for a second. When you was a child and you were playing, some of our best memories is when we would be running on that grass and it was wet, and it just felt you just feel some kind of way, right? Just so relaxing, isn't it? And she's still doing that. I think I could slip in this video here real quick. Oh, okay. But there's a reason for that. And that's when you start learning about what happens scientifically and for your body, what happens when your body is grounded. I'll just put it this way. When you think of any electronic equipment, any kind of electronic equipment that you have, this computer, soundboard, all that stuff, it all has to be grounded. If it's not grounded, then it's unstable, right? Well, your body is an awesome, very awesome electronic piece of electrical network. It's electrical, right? So if you're not grounding like our ancestors were doing all the time, because our ancestors were walking around barefooted, not all of them, but some of them were, but many of them were not. And so again, that's another one of those things that they try to make us feel bad about. Oh, look at you. You ain't got no shoes on and you just and y'all just look like a bunch of Africans and all that stuff. But a lot of these Africans, I'm talking about our ancestors, they were a lot more in tune with nature than we are today. Now, this is something very important, Brooklyn stance too. I wanted to say for you too, so you really understand just how awesome grounding is. Fast forward, the Europeans came in and they said, oh, look at what we got here. We got rubber trees. So they took the rubber and they started making, because shoes prior to that had a wood sole to it.
Or leather.
Or leather or leather or wood, material. Right? But then they came out with rubber. Well, what's rubber? Rubber is an insulator. It's an insulator.
Yeah.
So if you're messing around with electricity, guess what you got to, you got to put your rubber gloves on, right? Your rubber suit. So when all of us, when we're going outside and we're wearing our sneakers, we're disconnected from the ground. We're completely disconnected. And this is why many of us, you got all these people around here sick because we have disconnected ourselves. Our shoes look nice, but we're disconnected.
Yeah.
Why do you think when you go to the beach and you come back, you just feel so relaxed, don't you? It's because you got your little feet on the ground, right? And then when you go, especially when you go underwater and you walking, as you older you get, you ain't doing all that other stuff. You just walking, you just standing there or whatever, and you just walking on that ground under the ocean and all of that. Man, you're standing in like a electrical soup. Between the salt in the water and the ground and all of that, you're getting charged up. Let me play this video for you. It's a very quick video that I uploaded. Again, this is another one of those videos Nicole didn't see yet, but I uploaded this today. Let me get this up for you. This is a very quick one, but just to really make my point here and what's out here. I tell you, the Most High is awesome. Anyway, let's go here.
With the battery packs in the human body. On one side, it's how many electrons are we putting in? And there are a lot of electron donors. Electron donors can be getting out in the sun, can be walking barefoot in the grass. It can be leaning up your body up against a tree because the tree has electrons and will donate them to you. Hugging an animal. A common way that makes people in nursing homes feel better is to buy them a dog or a cat. They hold the dog or the cat and get electrons from it. The animal runs outside and recharges itself and brings some back to you. Moving water is an electron donor, whereas still water tends to be an electron stealer. Moving air is an electron stealer. That's why when you ride in a convertible, you look really cool, but you're always tired when you get there because the wind steals electrons from you. On one hand, we look at what things can put electrons in the body and then what things steal them. And again, the most common stealers are dental infections, emotional baggage, various toxins, particularly the toxins that we are getting from things like GMO foods and pesticides and other kinds of things, air pollution. There's a lot of toxins around us. And of course, one can almost include in the concept emotional baggage. They're toxins in a different way in that they rob us of voltage that we should be using for something else.
All right. So, and with just one more thing I want to add too, and then Nicole wanted to share something right quick here. I did an experiment this week. What's this? Oh, I did an experiment this week, and what I did was our cat is a house cat, like she's a completely house cat, and so I said, when if she goes outside, she goes out on a second story deck, so that's her outside. We don't let her walk around outside because that's a whole nother world, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, let me carry her outside because we occasionally will carry her outside, but we're holding her. I said, I'm out here grounding. Let me put her feet on the ground with me. Mm-hmm. And so I did it the first time, and immediately she just started eating the grass, and she was just eating the grass and just whatever, right? Just sniffing around, looking around or whatever. And I would say by the third time I did it, it was like all of a sudden she just was like, she was growling at me. Right. She became a cat. And then she took off. Went under a bush, and she was like hissing at me and all this stuff because she didn't want to leave. Right. And then she went back and she was eating more grass and all that. It was something about that connection that woke her up. Until it just made her, how many people say she got connected. Well, it's the same thing with us as humans. It's the same thing. When you're connected to the ground like that, to the earth like that, it does something. It brings things back into balance in your body. So just think about that. So all this computer equipment, electronic equipment, it all has to be grounded. Yes. You got all this electrical pulses and stuff going through your body all the time. Guess what? You got to be grounded too. And the impact that it can have, the positive impact it can have on all your organs, everything in your body. Again, this ain't just us making this stuff up, y'all. This has all been studied and it's researched, and they have already found this stuff out. They just ain't telling you're behind that because it's free.
It's free, okay. And there have been tons of studies done on the inflammation before and after grounding. And it's astounding how much improvement after grounding. And here's the thing, when you step on the ground, just bottom line, when you step on the ground, like the man on the video, there are electrons in the earth that immediately go up through your feet into your body, immediately beginning to reduce inflammation in your body. Literally, it happens immediately. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that my pain level was a 10. I step on the ground, it's a 1, no. Right? But the inflammation immediately begins to decrease, right? As soon as you step on the ground. There are so many nerve endings in your feet, as opposed to your hands and other areas. Your feet have an enormous amount of nerve endings, right? And so, real quick. Benefits of grounding. It can drain stress and tension away. You're able to basically all that negative electrical, like he just said, that you've picked up throughout the day, you're able to release that. Mm-hmm. It can reduce your blood pressure. It can reduce your blood pressure. It can reduce your blood pressure and inflammation. Definitely regulates your sleep. All right. The rhythms of your sleep, right? Your awake and sleep cycle. So if you have a hard time getting to sleep, on the days that I ground, I sleep. I mean, when sleepy time comes, I'm out, knocked out. All right. So it's really great for that. It helps to regulate your blood sugar levels. So we're talking about blood pressure and diabetes. All right. And it helps fight against, a number of diseases. So you definitely want to do that. Mm-hmm. Let's do the last tea.
Last tea, everybody.
Last tea.
All right. This has been wonderful. We're going to be doing, I think we're going to do some more of this. Well, we definitely are, so just stay tuned. Oh, she wants me to switch. We're going to definitely be doing more of this. So give people a chance to kind of learn a little bit and laugh a little bit and eat.
And eat. Okay, you know what? I realized I didn't put the butterfly blue tea in any of the tea blends tonight. Sorry about that. I meant to throw that in there. But, maybe we'll do that next time. This is the King Khalifa tea with honey. And we're going to have it with, my mic is all the way over there. We're going to have it with almond milk. And can I tell the truth? I've tried it with lemon. I've tried it with honey and lemon. But I have never tried it with almond milk. Never tried it with almond milk. All right, here we go. Let's do this and say night night. Look at that beautiful color. I put a little bit more in there. Okay. Now I probably put too much in there. Now I'm gonna put some almond milk in there. I'm not sure how much to put in there because I've never tried this before. That might have been a little too much. I don't know. Let's see. Look, Dwayne, you want to be a guinea pig?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna pour it in yours.
I'm pouring in mine. Give that little chai tea type of feel. Can you grab that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if we like it. I'm not sure. You can take it off of there, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Try it. Let's see. It's hot. It's very hot.
Yeah.
It's very hot. Oh, look. So I think I put more in mine than yours. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that? Look, Creamy, you want a little bit more milk in yours?
I'll add some a little bit later.
Now I see why they say they drink it with milk. I've not tried it with milk. That's really good. Isn't that good? This is almond milk in here. That's really good, isn't it? I could even put some spice in here. I could put some, maybe some cinnamon, some ginger.
That's really good.
Oh, this is nice. Yeah, those of you that have purchased the Kinkeliba tea, try it with some honey and some, milk of your choice. Oat milk, almond milk, cashew milk, whatever. This is yum.
Yeah, it's
this
really
is good, isn't it? I like that.
You just said what brand of almond milk?
Oh, man. What brand of almond milk? A lot of them have gums in there, a lot of gums and junk in there. The best brand of almond milk. There's a brand, and I can't put my it's not Khalifa. It's not Khalifa, but there's one that is the cleanest of the almond milks. I am sorry, Cher.
We'll put it on. We'll post it somewhere.
We'll post it on our Saba Tree Instagram, because there's somebody that did a video comparing the almond milks and which ones are the cleanest. So we'll put it up there.
So, all right, well, it's very good. Let me hold it up there. All right, so so if y'all haven't, one more time. So tonight, midnight.
You can't see that.
Midnight on. I'm saying Pacific Standard Time. All right.
Who's gonna be up in Pacific Standard Time?
Somebody will be. I'm saying. We'll be.
I'm gonna be asleep.
So that will be the end of our Friday flash sale, 20% off the entire store there. Again, that website is sambatree.com. And again, we just really, really love what we do here. And we love taking the time and sharing the little knowledge that we have and learning from y'all and being where we can help other people and help each other out. And I tell you, our people are a wealth of information, family. And I tell you, we just put our little together. We could do much. We can put these hospitals out of business. We can get our elders out of these homes.
Come on, brother.
We can get our children. We can make sure that they're in their perfect health as well. There's a whole lot we can do. So it just takes first step is believing that you can do it.
That's right.
And then from there, we just go on and just build up from there.
Build
okay.
Up from there and build up from there.
So
wow.
So family, listen again. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We love you guys very much. If you have any questions, again, just reach out to us at any of those channels I just mentioned to you, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Okay. Love you very much. Enjoy yourself, and we'll be seeing and talking to you next time. You guys take care now.
Christina Perry still awake and in the chat. What? I thought you would have been asleep, sis. This was fun, y'all. Love y'all. Sorry to keep you up so late. Love you much. Love you much. Appreciate y'all.